May
Mhm. All right.
We could connect the battery so we don't have a problem later.
Alrighty. I wanted to give you the overview of what we're doing.
Mhm.
I won't go into great details. I'll just stick to the numbers here.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people try to first develop a product to sell and then they want to market. But the way to do it first is to develop your idea, kind of like the general idea, like you did for this
Mhm.
crystal within, and then directly go to market. Make a video saying, I have an idea. Here's kind of what it's about. If you're interested, sign up. And then number 3 was to generate leads, so getting people interested in it. And then number 4 was to create an offer, which we're yet to do. We're working on it. And then lastly is to deliver the content. The generating the lead part is the one that takes the longest part because we are doing surveys like we did. We're starting a challenge to get people interested in the flavor of what we offer. And then we create a sales webinar, which will get them to eventually, the goal is, this is really cool. The goal of the webinar is to get you to believe that this is for you and that you feel you can't get it anywhere else other than here and you want to pay me for it.
Very good.
it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And what we want to talk about today, a part of it, is organizing the survey responses according to the 12 categories, which you guys started on doing it. And then creating a solution list to each of those problems, putting it side by side, and then from that, deciding which one you're going to keep based on the degree of difficulties and your financial means to deliver it. And then, and from that list, you'll create basically an offer.
I'm wondering if we get a different feedback. Don't we have a different link? You get feedback from the Europeans and from Diana's list. Do you have our feedback? What we get?
I hope I do.
I don't think. Where do ours go? Because you created it.
There's a form that he created.
Oh,
yeah.
So I can send the form, the link to the form.
Oh, so it all goes. Okay, it all goes towards you. Yeah.
So there's 3 forms that we created. The first one is register for that free webinar.
Yeah.
We had 15 people sign up. These sounds like people you know.
Yeah.
And the second form was once they watch the webinar is get on the waiting list. And that only has 9 people. These are what I call hot leads. They're really interested. Now they just want to know the price and what exactly are we offering them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Don't we have a list in here too of something? There's more people than 15. Hold 1 second. We are looking something up. This is, I think, the crystal one.
I'll stop sharing so you have a better view on your screen.
No, it's fine here. Oh, crystal, here we go.
Yeah, so that was that was before.
Yeah, I saw some things that they didn't sign up directly, so I wrote Perry Yamane here.
So this was when I made it through the website before I got his form link.
I think I have different names.
So if you were to share this with.
Can you are out of it, right? So
yeah,
I can share screen. And I show you this one. I think we have more people than we think because these are different names from what I saw.
How did you get these? From your email?
After the very first, I think we did our own on the very first one.
Before we got your form.
I see.
So I could just forward this to you and you can merge it or what?
Let me compare the list.
And then I would say I should shut it down on your website and just go through his form. Moving forward.
But could I see, could we just quickly go over the names?
Yeah, Marguerite Dabis.
Marguerite Gabis is on the list, yes.
Dabis, yeah, she's on the post list. Nancy Anthony.
Nancy.
Anthony.
I just have
Not
Nancy.
Bulow. No, not Bulow. Nancy Anthony. I don't think she's on there.
There's just a Nancy with no last name.
Yeah. That's a different Nancy. Stephanie Nashida.
Okay, if I don't have it, would you mark it somehow on yours? That way you
How do I do that?
Just like highlight it.
highlight and copy, like highlight a color, make it into a color.
Oh,
Yeah, like that. Maybe red or something. There we go.
Oh.
Perfect. Next person, Stephanie.
Stephanie Nishida. I thought her name is Nashida.
Nope, I don't have her.
I don't think you have any of these people. Caroline Uyama.
Nope,
Nancy Asmundsen.
just a Nancy, no last name. I don't know.
Nancy, that one you have is Bueller.
Okay.
Ria Lahog.
Ria Lahu, huh? Nope.
No. Glenda Lambert.
Yes, I have her.
Okay. Donna Avery. Avery.
No, I don't have her.
Loretta Anderson, I believe you have.
Yes.
Lisa Mahendro.
No.
Okay. Deanne Cooper.
No. Is she from Arizona?
From Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Tiara Yamane.
No.
Shauna Camp.
Yes.
Myra Mayer.
No.
No. Gail Snow. Wow, some oldies are coming out here. They haven't participated in anything for a while.
No, I don't have her.
Well, okay, so you can erase that, Terry, then. Down there, I didn't see that. Great, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more. Yay! And
Yeah.
I tell you, there's probably more in my email who didn't sign up and just said, well, I can't wait. Is Teresa Ledesma on yours?
Yeah, she was the last one on the list.
On his list?
She's not on the list, but maybe she's on another list.
She was on one of the ones you showed us, maybe the first one.
Okay, so I stop here, and then let's look at your list again, because we know a lot of names that.
Sure.
That are. I guess I have to feed myself with.
Nancy.
Beulah. Loretta Anderson, Khadija, we know her. Make it a little bigger, please.
I don't know how to do it on this one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. This is a Google thingy, but let's see if I can try it like this. Ah, perfect.
Oh. Khadija, Patricia, Romina, Gail Snow is double. Gail Snow, we have on our list.
Yeah, this is the final, like this is after they went to the webinar, and this is like the waiting list.
Leticia Villalobos is new, okay.
This is Diana's friend from Germany. Or Austria.
Yeah, Austria, Ladstätter. Peter Ladstätter was my friend. I think he was the first person to go to the behind the Iron Curtain.
Oh, I see. And let me show you the other one. This is the other one where it's the general list. They're just curious to know more before they went on the waiting list. Nancy, Rosie.
Oh, Ebony. Father was in my center in Klagenfurt. Ebony.
Let's find out who this Nancy is. I think her email is somewhere. Where would the emails be?
Go to visual, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh. Anyways, I don't want to board everybody here. Let's see. Number 2.
Right next to it, Bulow, B-U-L-O-W. That's. I can imagine that it's anybody else.
Summary. Too bad you can't just click on that, you know? Just take you there.
Mhm.
Oh well.
Oh, down there were emails. Let's see.
Down there by emails.
Down there were emails I saw.
Best emails. Coach Rose.
Christina, where is more emails? That's it.
Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's kind of okay. There it is. One. There's that. There's that one. There's that one. That one. That one.
Oh.
That. What are you guys doing? Going through all of them.
Mary Holden. Here, that's her, Nancy Bueller.
The tall one.
The tall one. That's her. Nancy Bueller is her last name.
Count. What did she? Oh, she did it twice, huh?
She answered. She asked questions.
Two Parents Forever. That's a fanatical one. Two Parents Forever.
I know. I don't know who that is.
So we went over all this to make sure that we have the same amounts, because she said she has more, and she counted what, 11 more.
Where do you have these 11 more?
So in the first beginning, when they first sent out information, so it's not on the waiting list, it's just people she collected. She has 11 more than what we have on the waiting list. So we were just going over that.
Mhm.
So I will stop sharing on that for now.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't matter so much. So right now, because eventually people.
Does it mean that these 11 people extra, they are wanting to be on the waiting list and they forgot?
But
No, it doesn't
they
mean.
signed up the first time we sent our own link. We signed up on our side, and then Steve created a link, and then they thought, oh, we already signed up. We don't need to sign up anymore. So they are missing.
Okay.
On the list.
Oh, we have them now.
Yeah.
Well,
She's gonna send them to me.
I sent to you.
and they didn't say anything about the challenge, right? That we need to include.
There were a few people that did something. They made a comment. We send you the whole list, and you can copy it.
I was just going over this.
I see. Would it be interesting
You heard me say everything.
to read younger women, families, or can older women participate? I'm interested in things to really nourish my mind, body, and soul. That is for Diana, and that connects me to like-minded, wise womanhood.
Which
You just said that. I have it ready. Where is it?
That's Myra. She lives in Korea, in Changpyeong.
Her to share this.
Oh yeah. Always in Crystal program.
We are sharing this with you right now. Share.
Sweet.
Oh, that's how you say it. No, that's her. Steve. Do Steve. Winter. That's You got it.
Sweet. So before we go over that, what's the agenda for the call?
Oh, it doesn't matter the order. We said, yeah, it's in the WhatsApp.
It's in the WhatsApp.
But
What was important is that Kira landed here and we are ready to go to look what material I need. So it's all about the most important thing today is that we identify some things that I teach so we can start working on this end.
Identify some things that you teach. Okay, so that's related to this.
The program. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that okay if I make it like that, or do I have to make it bigger?
A little bigger, you can.
She hasn't seen this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is basically Diana put it in order by categories, and then the problem, which is their number one challenge.
Yeah.
That was organized according to topics here, and the assignment for us is to create a solution that's not in detail. It's just pretty rough estimate solution. And then you will then look into your repertoire of tools and then decide how you're going to deliver
Of the toolbox.
on the solution.
So this is one of our pizza slices, you're saying, joy, creation, and relaxation.
Yeah, all these here, yeah.
It's one of the things in,
It's the same, Hilda, what you and I have worked on last time. It
Yeah.
was just in a document. This is now
Why is
put
this-
into an Excel sheet.
Why is this all red all across? Isn't the solution green?
Yeah, I just didn't have time to make a different color. Just make a different color. There you go. Just this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was showing you.
Yeah, I know. So the first one
Sorry, one more thing since I created this. We have the hot people who said they're really interested. That's the waiting list. And then the other one was like the free webinar, not so hot. So just to mention that the hot one are the ones in red,
Mm.
and they're more down here.
Okay, so they made those comments, okay.
Exactly. And the white one is the first.
How we're organized, so everything in 100 categories, okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, let's start with the first one. Somebody said that they needed to improve their relationship with their children, find more balance, confidence, and joy in life.
Exactly.
It sounds like you guys talked about this last time. I heard you guys talk about this.
Well,
It was about the relationship.
exactly. Since
we
it
didn't
has
talk
several
about-
categories in itself, it's it's self-care, find more joy and balance. It's with the relationship with children. So Hilda addressed that, and then the next part would be my part, where it's all about finding balance and peace within yourself.
So the way you would state that is how to Improve
She said it. The
rel-
relationship with children. With children. With
So
children.
that means in one question, we have different categories.
exactly. So we're gonna make it into different questions. And then next one is
Create.
how to find
This has to
balance.
start with how to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, how to find balance and peace in your life. Yeah, balance, peace, and confidence. Basically, you can just answer, right?
Well,
No, let me write it the way I'm gonna find more balance, confidence, and joy.
yeah,
Hilda, how would you put these three together? Leave-
yeah, balance, the balance, find more balance. Well, I think between stress and joy, or work and joy, and then gain through that. When you have a balance, I think you gain strength and confidence. So is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, so you can
Balance in
feel
life.
more confident
Uh-huh.
and experience
Joy.
joy.
Joy. That is very,
Joy.
very,
Yeah. So that's how I would do it.
It's so general.
And I know it is. That's the whole point of it. No complicated.
Didn't you say we should write down the tools that we're gonna use for
That's the
that?
next step, one step at a time.
eventually, right, that's the next step.
So.
How the heck are you doing?
This is how Excel works, honey. We don't put it in, we have to create our own lines, not, yeah. See, boom, that's how that works.
Well, then bring my solution back on the top.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Bring them back here.
no, hold on. Sorry, I have to fix this for a second.
I know
What the
that.
heck?
Yeah, but you just didn't do it.
It's not necessary to
It,
do that.
oh, because it's gonna be a mess later if it's not done right. Get that back in order.
Get yourself a coffee. It's gonna take some time.
But you know what? We could make tea.
Tea, yeah.
You want to make green tea? In the third drawer down is the tea.
Third drawer.
Green tea is on the left.
That's not bad.
Oh, green
Problem
tea
is this,
with a little bit of honey. Oh God!
You,
Thanks for saying that.
you have to move
I'm
this.
supposed to drink extreme much water today because tomorrow I have a PET
What's
scan.
it's a problem?
Passion.
Yeah, it's a problem.
No, help to do this. Yeah. What was it to do that? Can you not grab all of them exactly?
Oh, lot of water.
Alright. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So now that we know we want to give them improve on their relationship, how do you?
The relationship. So I did that. I answered that last time. I said step by step, reaching out to the child in their love language.
First was reflecting of what happened. The first point was reflecting of what happened.
How do you say the title to that instead of the details? So
How do we
steps to restore relationship.
Yeah, the give and take
With child. Step. And then then you would have to say list, find, if you already have it written down somewhere.
I mentioned 2 steps. 2 steps to get started.
Okay. We are all now taking a deep breath.
Oh, yes, I'm adding stress.
Because we are seeing a young couple that is stressed from the day. Young parents. How good it is to be a grandmother already. Okay, but I don't get sleep either.
Thank you, Hilda.
So here's how this works. You're going to hear their problem, which is not well articulated, and that's our job to make it break it down to be more specific. We broke it down to saying, okay, what you're saying is you need help in how to improve your relationship. And then on this part, this is what you're going to give them, the content in the framework of your course. So in this, like you can do a whole webinar on just that topic, and you'll decide exactly how you want to give it to them. So on this slide here, we're going to write on there, I'm going to teach them the steps to restore the relationship with their child. And then that's a whole framework. So you know if it's a 3-step process, a 10-step process, what it is. And then you're going to write that down next. So do you have it, or do you need to create it? I don't know.
What's next? She already did it.
But it's not here.
I said it was a 2-step process. That was to get started, right?
Yeah. Well, how are you going to teach this in the course? Imagine that this is the course that you're going to teach, and you're going to write down. It doesn't mean you're going to teach it now. You're just going to write it down and save it so it's out of your brain and it's written down in this Excel form, and you'll come back to filling out the details later. You get what I'm saying?
So I have about 10 different PowerPoints on that topic, and I will minimize it to one session and also to something that feeds. Isn't that we have one, if we do 1 month on one topic, right? Is it what we are doing still, Diana?
Yeah, aftercare, but this is for the.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. This is organizing content.
Oh yeah.
Then you break it down into further. That was what was confusing for you.
Okay. Everything in one. We are doing the free content
because that's how you build a house. You build the framework.
For the webinar, we will build the free content for now, the pre-launch. Then we consider the aftercare, and now we consider the 4 weeks, and everything in one. So it's kind of confusing.
No, because you're going to ask yourself afterwards. You're going to say, wait a second.
Speak quiet.
If I'm teaching this now in the free challenge, I'm going to teach the same thing in the next class, in the 4 weeks class. I can't teach it twice. And if you do it like this, you're very organized. You know already everything, and you choose how much you're going to give when.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we should breathe through this a little and talk, because I can see that you two have a different mindset today, and they're different, in a different way that you want to address this issue. So, and I am also confused a little over here, but I'm listening and trusting you, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I think what I want to say to you is that Diana and I actually already worked through the program and identified what it is, what we teach in these 8 sessions, correct?
Yeah.
In the 8 sessions. So it is already, and this is what I was interested in when I teach 8 sessions so quickly, every week 2 sessions we have. Then I need to start now to produce the content. So it's very nice PowerPoints and content that I have. But you are leading us through, I think, the things that are going on in between, how we keep the people, how we get them excited, keep them excited.
Yeah, more than that.
Relating to, of course, to that whole program, to the 8 sessions, to the content and the whole.
Well, I guess it's a little bit more than that. It's structuring what you want to say in the context of the people who are going to receive your information. In the past, we teach based on what we know. Come listen to us. We know this. Listen to us. And the way it works, I think will work better is if you listen to what people tell you, the people you're talking to, if you listen to them saying, I need this particular need, I have this particular interest in just that area. And if you then structure your message to first give them what they want to hear, like a solution to their problems that they're actually interested in. And once they get that, they're full and they're satisfied, they're happy, they tell their friends, and then they want to hear everything else you have to teach them. So it's reorganizing the when and what you teach.
Yeah.
To framing it in this way.
I understand what you're saying, and I think what is helpful that we got now these 12 weeks. It was like a blessing in there. We didn't plan it, but somehow it opened up. And in those 12 weeks, we find out what they want, and we are giving all these little videos and conversations to them and exercises, so that we actually answering and feeding them the things that they need and want.
Yeah.
And then when our program opens up, the 4 weeks, we take our existing content and maybe adjust it a little to what we experienced throughout the 12 weeks. But we have it. We have Diana and I think we were clear about that we pretty much have it, or we identified what you teach, what I teach. And
I looked at it, at that document, and it seemed very still being worked on. Like it wasn't clarified. And I think that if we do this exercise, you would be more clear now to see, okay, what's left over, what still needs to be put into detail for the 4 weeks you want to teach.
Why don't we put that side by side, what Hilda or I wrote down weeks ago, and then we see how we can fit it in here. Maybe that's helpful.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do it on here side by side, but if I could open it up and kind of get a check while we go along. I think that
should be able to open both on his screen
and
share the full.
Can I pull this page to the left?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I would almost just want to see the wheel or the 12 names, the list of the 12, not even the detail, because.
But she's pulling it up side by side.
Maybe. Are you guys feeling better on your end?
Still feeling in the gray.
In the gray.
In the gray, meaning I don't know if we're all still understanding each other yet. But we're still getting there. We're moving forward.
We're moving forward.
How is it for you, Diana?
Well, still also confused a little bit, and maybe a bit frustrated about this Excel sheet form. Yeah, I'm interested in how the final result will look like. It's something I'm working backwards. We had this in another session. I would do it differently, and I'm forced to work backwards now the way I'm usually working, so it's challenging for me, but I'm willing to try. I'm willing to do it. I can see how that goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
The
am
way
willing.
the way you would do it before is
The way we would do it before is we put our two heads together, Hilda and I, and we discuss like what is the outcome that we want for the person, for the who experiences that. We want them to experience healing, to really find their crystal within. Okay, what do they need for that? And then we wrote down,
Yeah.
you know, working on the inner child and EFT and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
So now this is different, you know.
Does hearing when you read their challenges, does it become more clear to you both on what it is the people you're going to teach are actually looking for?
No. I mean, I'm glad that I hear that, and I realize that one single question goes all over the board. So we can't. I mean, they like this first question. I mean, that falls into the parenting category or family, and at the same time into self-care to balance, joy, and so on, and maybe even into self-esteem, which is, I don't know where we have that inner child, or we have, I don't know, we have to look for the category. So it means that we are, I think, we are gonna sail with you all over the ocean the 12 weeks, so that you get excited that we hear you, we hear what conflicts are, or where you're stuck and what you need, what needs you have, and we gain confidence within them that we know how to, what I call it, swim in the ocean in all directions. But then it's a little bit more organized when we teach. We say, okay, you know, this is about self-care, and today we are talking about parenting, and the basic education one needs, points one needs in order to eventually solve their own problems.
Okay.
Is that a little bit more clear?
Yes. So what I'm hearing is you both are willing to swim with them for 12 weeks into their ocean, seeing their problems and going with them. But once the 12 weeks, once the 4-week program starts, now they're sitting in your classroom and you're going to teach them what you're prepared to teach them.
Because it does relate to
Right.
what, because they are confused, they're all over the place.
Right.
And we pull them in, and we help them to open different drawers in their mind, so that in the future they can say, when I have this question, I need to look in this drawer and in that drawer, and I'm gonna make my menu.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
I see.
Yeah, that makes it more clear for me.
Okay, so I get that very clearly, and I think that that's a great summary statement of how we could do it. Now, do you find it a potential challenge that maybe the things you will touch on in this 12 weeks when you're swimming with them will be repetitive in what you teach in the 4 weeks?
Do you find it challenging?
Do you find it concerning? Like maybe you want to do something different?
To do something new? No. How long does it take a person to understand anything about emotions? I mean, they say these days you have to teach something 7 to 12 times because people are on overload and so under-educated in normal life. They're educated in history or educated in IT or in whatever, but on normal life skills, to just have a routine in the day and have awareness, self-awareness, is a long process.
I see.
And people need to see and hear it from different angles, because different people think differently and understand and absorb material differently.
I see.
Yeah.
So I don't have any worry about that we are repeating.
Plus, we are only giving them small bites now in the 12 weeks, right?
Oh, absolutely. That is so small, so narrow. What I said last time.
Yeah.
Okay, find the love language. What happened? Go in the photo album and see when did the disconnect happen and so on. And yeah, they have some work, but there's loads of work for everybody to do that takes months, if not years, to reconnect to totally detached children.
And I think it's good to the small bites that we're giving them, because then they're not overwhelmed. They can slowly go into that and don't feel like we're just throwing knowledge on top of them, you know, that they have to work through. But they get slow. Yeah, I think it's okay.
I mean, how wonderful and amazing is it that, what is now September, that somebody told me in September I should write little cards, send messages, find out the love language of my child and think about the relationship. And in January, when I teach this again, then they can see, oh, I already did that. And then they get the chunk, they get the heavier message of, you know, how do I now talk? How do I start a conversation? And if they already did some of that, then they are 2-3 months ahead of the game and they will feel good about it.
I see.
Then I can teach the main message of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get all excited when we talk about that stuff.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's really the essence of the principle.
I see. Well, fine. We do it in the way you mentioned, for the both of you to go separately to create your 4 weeks program. Maybe you want to look at that now to see what you guys talked about, because I think that for me it's not so clear, because I'm not you guys.
Well, let's do this and put this into here, right?
But I'm also considering in my mind creating an offer which stacks all these solutions together and bundled it up to show it to the potential customer and saying, listen, you're going to get in this program, this will solve all these challenges, plus the bonus, you'll get this and this challenge and this challenge and these categories and this category. So to me, this is very organized for me to do that. But for the other program, it's not yet organized for me yet. That's why I feel like this is my safety net to organize myself.
I get it.
Yeah. All right. So then we can then move on.
So we work down the solutions and we fit in our program, and everything else we find.
Right? We'll work down this solutions here.
Yeah.
Then
make the framework.
Make it into a sentence of the framework. So basically, you have to go back now and create a framework of how you're going to teach steps to restore this part, to restore relationships. Maybe you already want to write it here as I'm there. Details. You said you already covered this in the video, but it was something like 2 steps, right?
Yeah. 2 steps? Beginning something with the child and looking at oneself, I would say, if that's what you mean by 2 steps.
Yeah, I mean, a framework is basically just do these 2 steps on this part of things, basically. And you said, I didn't hear. What did she say?
I said what I explained is the first outreach, knocking on the door of the child, and the second step was look into yourself. Look, you know.
I think there was also reflection in there. First, reflect of what happened.
That's your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or is it outreach? No,
that includes. Yeah, right. It's so we have 3 steps then.
Is it?
The outreach, the identification of, you know, what happened to my child or to us, to our relationship, and the third one, looking in the mirror, what makes my child.
Okay. Looking in the mirror is. I remember you said we wanted to leave that. You wanted to say it, but we did that for next time, wasn't it?
But when I then wrote the questions, then I think didn't I say a little bit of, or maybe not. Yeah, we did say we leave. You know, why was I helpless? Why didn't I do something sooner and so on? Yeah, that was a little.
So if I just put 1, 2, outreach and identify, you know what that means? Basically.
Identify history maybe, so that I remember what I mean.
And outreach?
Outreach to child.
Outreach, and the second, identify the history of our relationship.
Reach out to child.
Mm.
Alice is not responding. Okay. All right. So then how to find balance in the life? What did you want to do there?
How to find balance in the life so you can feel more confident and experience joy. Well, I would say start with doing some self-care practice, but maybe that goes into routines now.
Yeah, I was thinking of routine. A routine makes us feel safe.
Yeah, we
And
have
and then
another
we
category down there that says
Create routine.
create daily healthcare or self-care routine.
So this belongs in a different category.
Yes, but it was from the same person. But as Hilda said earlier, it goes into 3 different.
Yeah, it definitely is answered at a different time, you know.
All right, create routine. Is there steps to this?
Well, yeah, I would say create a morning routine. Start by creating a morning routine.
Yeah, is there steps to this? Like if it's just a morning routine, so it's all about creating a morning routine, that sounds cool, but then is there steps to creating the morning routine? Like brush your teeth, do this and do that.
They can implement several tools in the
Wait, are
morning
you
routine.
going to teach them? Right.
Yeah, so that one, I mean, we haven't figured out the details, but there are so many things we need to pick from.
Okay.
A morning routine, even the morning routine has several components.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put in parentheses steps to be.
And if a person really wants to find balance, then they need to maybe look at the categories how family, career, and self-care is divided in their life. You know, to what degree.
Where does this go? Category.
Go down routines, we said.
In routines.
Yeah. There's a space here. There was a space there.
No.
Yes.
On the same level?
Yes, like everyone else.
Okay. Next. Where did it go? Oh. God.
So this is in order to now fill things that so we know what to do in the 12 weeks. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we got the next category, which is health, metabolism, mobility.
That was all from 3 different people. It's very general. Health, metabolism.
They said in 3 words?
No, it was 3 different people.
That topic is so huge. I wouldn't know anything professionally to talk to about metabolism and what the mobilities, you know, whatever people need to choose what they can build into. Like where I was living before, I couldn't bike ride. Here I can bike ride because the weather and also the flatness, it's all matching. So people have so many choices, and I guess that's what we want to identify. What is possible? Nothing that's complicated. People don't do things that are complicated.
Okay.
Like putting my bike every time on the car, it wasn't. I couldn't do that. But here I can walk out the garage and ride. So.
What did you want me to do?
So how to improve mobility? We can simply say choose one thing every 2 days that you can do. Bike riding, walking, hiking, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I think people need to move every day, but it's not that it's stressful. You know, they say that, what is it? I think 15-minute walking.
They should absolutely do it every day, but I thought maybe they will feel overwhelmed when we give them so much to do. Suddenly they need a morning routine. Then they need.
Oh, I see. Yeah, then there's a goal, and that's why, I mean, not every day do they have to go out and walk the 15 minutes, but maybe they can add on that they would walk their steps at home,
Yeah.
Going from the first to the second floor several times, up and down, up and down, up and down. If they feel it's too much to go to the gym.
Okay, so here I would say
Choose.
steps to becoming mobile.
Yeah. So
Mobile.
these are the simple things. I think we need to have suggestions.
You have to create the steps when you get to that.
We have to have, I mean, this is where slides need to show a whole list of things, and the people sit there, listen to it, and say, oh, I understand it. I need to pick some of these things. I need to start small, and my goal is bigger, but I need to start small.
We'll make suggestions for
Twice a week, but eventually
suggestion
every day.
according to age, maybe could be there. Exercise suggestions according to age and needs.
New keyboard.
And
According
passion. I would say passion.
yes, passion, age, needs.
You
and
can't get me in a gym and push whatever machines.
yes.
It's not my thing.
Okay. So just to move on, because I know you said the priority for you, Hilda, was to get organized or find out what you have with Kira there. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So next is under routines, find more balance, confidence, and joy. We already did that. Next is making
Self-care priorities.
Well, okay. We only went to mobility and to health. The joy we didn't address anywhere. And that's most people don't.
there's nothing under there. So joy,
Mhm.
joy is improving the health of the relationship with my children. I don't know. Is that supposed to be under relationships?
No. Joy comes from doing something for my.
So why is it there?
It's there because it had 3 components, and since we already had many,
You break it down. Or just
yeah,
break it down, move it. Okay, so I'll move that.
So the joy is definitely an area that's under, that's not addressed. Most people don't. I mean, the doctor asks me every time, what do you do for joy? I stumble. What do I do for joy?
yeah. Don't
So
know finances.
Okay, so joy under parenting.
joy is self-care.
No, sorry, it's not joy. I didn't mean to say joy.
Oh.
It's improving the relationship with my children. How to improve the relationship with my children. That goes under parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I just put that there. Now, but there's no questions under joy. So I want to answer all the questions first, then go back and do.
Oh, but no, it was in the first question. I thought there was how to create joy.
Yes, there was. We moved it into routine now because
it's routine, right?
Because we thought that in order to create joy, they need to have routines and confidence and balance.
So what do you want me to do? Move it?
Balance and confidence go under the routine. And from that comes joy. So we're going into different category, but
yeah,
that's why I'm saying everything is crisscross and cuts over into other territories. Joy is when you can sit down and ask yourself what it is that makes me happy. And
I think we can leave it in routines because we can also say add once a week something to your list that really excites me, that brings me joy and pleasure. It's a routine. It's a weekly routine that you do. So I think it can stay there, right?
Well, I agree with you, but it definitely will come up in self-care because that's when you make the list that you ideas of a bubble bath or a nice chair that you buy yourself so you can sit in there, read a book. I mean, create areas in your home that make you feel comfortable and that invite you to do the things that restore you.
We actually don't have self-care as a category, and I was surprised.
Isn't that all under? You broke it down so much under joy, creation, passion, all this. Self-care kind of like incorporates all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Can you move the video and?
No, but there's so much talk. That's probably a mistake because there's you know, like what Myrna does. I guess you don't get those emails, but Myrna created for WFWP a whole self-care program out of my teachings, and it's amazing. I mean, I don't know how many sessions she already had, and constantly invites another teacher. They're going a whole year with self-care.
Wow.
Okay,
Self-care is not selfish. I should forward those things to you.
I see. Okay, so what do you want to do with joy? Can we leave that category and just answer the ones that have questions?
Yeah. Well, but we need to ask ourselves now if we put in self-care somewhere instead of something else.
Yeah, maybe the first one. How about we because if you do self-care, you create joy and creation, relaxation. You are relaxed. You are joyful.
Yeah. Okay.
You call that
Very
self-care. That's what we're saying. We want
self-care is what you stand on.
Am I naive to saying that self-care is when you actually take the time to go through your 12 categories of life?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you are. I know what you're saying, but it needs to still, if you are not balanced and if you're not have insight and a little bit more, you build a foundation on identifying more if you are actually having a lifestyle of self-care.
I thought that's what the program is a life, if it's self-care.
No, the program is balanced. The whole thing is balanced. Of course, it is self-care, but it is self-care. But the thing is that you know, some people
self-care is almost like a step, you know,
like the certain categories. Yeah. Improving your parenting, okay, could be self-care, but at the same time, it's a huge thing that you just need to do. If you decided you have kids and you're in the midst of it, hello, there's no way return anymore. You got to invest. It's not necessarily the joyful part for some people. It's
the rest and relaxation,
or the finance or something like this. It's just, it's self-care to look at it and create more balance and clarity in finances, for example. But in order to be able to do it, we do need to have our love tank full enough and have read that book we wanted to read, or we somehow spend enough time with our girlfriend and okay, you know, I'm ready now to address the thing that stinks that I really don't want to talk about in my life.
I see. All right, so I'm adding it now on the very top so that we can set it and forget it and move to the next thing. Boom. Set healthcare. Boom. All right, let's move on.
We actually just wanted to replace that, honey. You were the one
Replace
who
what?
not agreeing on that.
Replace what?
The first category,
The
right?
joy creation, you want to replace it?
Yeah,
that goes into that.
Okay, I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah.
So next is health. We already answered that. I think your answer for the health on this, only on this improving mobility, I think that fits for all of them, right?
Yeah.
That's not the only thing. There's much more that needs to go there.
All right, next question. Routine.
How many questions do we have?
That's it.
Ooh, that's it?
Yeah. Hallelujah.
What's the next question?
Except the questions that's missing from your document. We have to get that, but this is enough.
Okay. Well, let's see. Support. Please express your support, empowerment, encouragement, growth.
Where are you?
Marguerite Davis, the first one, says she's attracted to the support, empowerment, encouragement, and growth. The next thing is saying, I want a connection, speaking with wise women.
Maybe I'll add that afterwards. That way we can do what we have already. If that's
not clear on what this crystal will provide more info. Okay, fine. Mom died. Have a real hard time.
how to make self-care.
have a real hard time. So that means she
See?
needs to create her
Time.
habits around this that she can appreciate. She can journal. She can talk to girlfriends.
Steps.
So we could call this. I mean, in this case, mom died. Other people have anything that's dramatic. Where could we put that? Where when something very big happens, that turns our life upside down, or that there are a lot of emotions, and then we need to have wise women around us to talk about it and to tell our story.
Hilda, which question are you on?
Ria Hogue asked, she said, mom died, have a real hard time. So she needs to create a routine around grieving and just digesting life.
Okay.
So we could put this somewhere. That is a good question for in between. People asking when big things happen that are traumatic, what do I do? I like that one. I want to speak on that.
I would put it on self-care, honestly.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. It is.
It's perfect where it is.
More complicated things happen,
How
then we need more self-care, the more challenges there are. Know more about the program, I have to participate, and if I need to know more about it.
Hilda, can we do the questions we have on this document and then do that one afterwards? Is that okay?
Oh, I thought you're finished, you said.
Oh, we have all these questions.
Okay, then I want to say we have not much more time. At 1 o'clock, Kira needs to go on a different call. I mean, also.
So what is priority to you having her there? Because so far we're not using her.
Yeah, but we need to, the part when we look at the program, that's what I thought. When we look at the actual program that Diana and I talked about, and if we create more clarity, if she's here, I think she can get it better. Then I don't need to explain it to her. She's
so
in the other room.
The 4-week program.
She can join us as soon as it gets interesting.
Yes.
Okay, let's stop this and go to your 4-week program.
But you said we have to do this.
No, because Hilda said at the beginning of the meeting, for her priority is using Kira there. Kira,
that she would.
That's fine.
Because I can start now. See, my life is very unsure how things happen the next few months, and she's here now, so we can go into my old folders and things and identify what things I can pull out in order to prepare for the program. That is my priority.
Okay, so I'll let you sit on
because I don't know when I have surgery and when I have this and when I have that. I need to use her now to organize me.
Yeah, I mean, this is mostly the work I can do because I can go faster and more organized than both of you together in this call. And then you'll do the last part, which is the most important, identifying how you will deliver on that promise.
Yes.
And then you both can go over this thing now.
Do you want to stay with us? Because
I'll sit here.
I don't
will
want
sit
you to
right
say
here.
later on, this is not what I wanted you to
But
do.
this is for you both to do it, not for me. I'll sit here and watch. I'll sit right next to you. I'll get water and I'll be right back.
Yeah, get me some water, please.
I go to the bathroom and go right back.
I was just stating.
Oh my.
I was like, I can't do a call at 1 if I don't lie down.
Oh, that's right. Just a time. Why? It doesn't matter. I realized you're leaving. Plus, the next thing is probably good. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I could hear everything from the other room.
Yeah.
Just
What a nice table.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Let's spend the money on the 3 pieces there.
Yeah, the white.
Mm.
Nice.
Intro. Here we are. That is the link that we need
Yeah.
to
okay.
have afterwards also in order to. Are we starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hilde, you should have access to the whole folder called Crystal Within on my Google Drive.
I have it.
You have
I
it?
have it.
Okay.
Mm.
Otherwise, I can send it again.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm thinking how to organize that now that we know that we will have 12 categories. Should we look like which topic goes in what category, or how should we organize that now?
Because we have 12 categories, but we have only 8 sessions.
We have 8 sessions, and we don't need to address every category because we have the whole year afterwards.
Correct. Very good. So I think what it needs to be clear to us is that we identified that we need to teach them certain tools and also certain understanding in order to have enough help when we go into the categories throughout the year. They have a basic understanding and they have tools. Huh?
Yeah.
For example, I don't know what it was, what I just was thinking. When EFT can be used, we are teaching. One time we take time, we do EFT and lofty questions. That tool can be used almost in every category.
Right.
Yeah. So therefore, this is like a basic, what is it? Creating a foundation for their personal work.
And yeah, exactly. I think this 4-week we wanted to focus it on all about the individual person, healing, becoming self-aware, acknowledging of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then in the next year, which is now we're doing this next year, but we said if we're going to have the second 4-week program, we want to focus it all about relationship and family, right? Is it still what we want to do?
The second year?
This first 4 weeks, we still want to focus it all about healing the individual person, giving them help to create routines, giving them tools, get themselves in order, and to create joy, to create balance, all of that, what they're asking or wanting.
Yeah, create an overview and a deeper understanding. And then we go into the categories, into the 12 categories afterwards.
Yeah.
Is that logic?
To me, it is logical.
Yeah. Well, I'm asking Steve also.
Any
So tell us.
No, you know how when you go to marriage, when you go in front of the church, and then I don't know how it's in English, how you say that.
Yeah.
Go to marriage in the church?
No, when you go to marry in the church, and then the pastor asks, does anyone have any thing against this, basically? Speak now or be quiet forever. So I'm asking now.
Oh, this is that question, I see.
Steve is now or be quiet forever.
I don't know if I can hold my peace. Okay, so what am I supposed to say that again?
Okay, we said the focus that we had in the past, and we think we still want to go with the focus, is that the first 4 weeks we want to focus on the individual person, giving them tools to heal, to balance, to release stress, to increase their awareness of what's going on in their life, give them all the assessment, stuff like that. That is the first 4 weeks. And then later on in the 12 weeks, we go in other categories. For example, career and finances. We will not address that now.
Yeah.
We go afterwards in the 12 weeks category. And then in the future, there will be another 4-week program which focuses all about relationships. And so we are asking all of you if that's a good direction. First, focusing on the self and giving them the tools and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I see this program
Yeah.
I see this program as a lifetime program.
Yeah.
That has a time frame to it. So when I'm going to sell this program online, I will say, join Crystal Within and get access to the 1-year program for this price. And inside, you start off with the 4 weeks, then you get every month you get this and this and that, and it's gonna be for 12 months. And at the end, you'll get a whole life balance, blah, blah, blah. So based on that perspective, if you start off the first 4 weeks with that program, of only focusing on the individual, like you said, then it's fine, because they're not only going to look at 4 weeks, they're looking at the whole year, what they're getting in the whole year. Starting off here and here and here and here. That's how I see it.
Yeah. So they see, wow, I get a lot in 1 year. And in the first 4 weeks, they prep me with certain tools and a certain understanding. You know, I kind of get a feeling. I start routine and self-awareness, and then we go deeper into the categories of life.
Yep. And
I think,
in the
I think it's great. It's a good, it's very sellable. It's very, attractive.
Exactly. Especially that you said somehow it happened that we're going to do a 12-week challenge that is just touching on the 12 categories. So they're so interested now.
Yeah, right. Very interested. And then then we center them, move them into their core. and then we unfold.
Then you start tapping.
The rest of the year, then we unfold in every category.
Yeah, I need to.
I love that idea.
I want to quickly pull up this document. Where is it? Well, we say, somebody mentioned it for you. The 3 values, the self-awareness, what we do, the 3 action steps, what we do. So we have that in mind as we look at this program. Where was that? The webinar marketing. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what it is? You don't know? Oh my God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe in marketing.
Oh, that's another conversation. There's a framework that needs to be put together.
Okay, here, our 3, let me make this big. Our 3 critical action steps, which is we increase self-awareness that allows us to come out of the shadows into the light. Acceptance sets us free, opens up to creativity, high vibration, and new possibilities. And we share. Sharing opens up new possibilities, strengths, and connections. So as we create these 4 weeks, we should keep in mind that this is the action steps that we want to incorporate. Self-awareness, acceptance, and share.
I really like that. That's beautiful wording.
It's also in the all together, when it's put all together in that document.
I'll ask you where it is, and you didn't.
I didn't know that you were talking about that. You said somebody told you 3 things. I was
and then I was thinking, and then I said the action steps. So where's my other document? Now let me paste that here.
Where are you going to paste this one now? It's in the all
here. Below our class.
That's from one. I have no idea where you have all these things. My head spins.
My head also, Hilda, believe me.
But that's okay, as long as you guys know where everything is.
Yeah, I find the pieces together, and
how you're organizing it.
Okay.
Yeah, it needs to be better organized.
It has to, Okay.
That's why Excel's better.
So let's see. So we have clarified that we can stay with or look at this and identify more, right? The 4-week program. So it's not the 12 categories, it's really the 4-week program. That is, okay. Well, that has hopefully clicked for everybody now. It just clicked for me also.
4-week program focusing on the self. Is there an outcome in the 4 weeks? The outcome we want you to have is
that people feel more safe in that way, that they say, I know what I'm feeling and thinking. Self-awareness, what I'm doing, feeling, doing, thinking, That's the self-awareness.
Feel safe.
And I'm okay. I can stand in the now. No matter what happened, I breathe through it. That is acceptance.
Is it? Yeah.
And I'm connected with other people, the sharing, so I can tell my story, hear others, and I'm not alone in this anymore.
That was awesome. Feel safe, aware, accepted, and connected.
To feel safe, aware, accepted, and connected. To feel safe, accepted, aware, and connected. All right, whatever. I have to figure out a sexier way to say that sentence. Like a more like stand in your inner authority and confidence and where
Sometimes keeping it simple is good.
Okay, let's keep going here. We have 35 minutes left.
Okay, next.
I think.
So week 1 is going to be all about.
Well, this is week 1 here. This is the first session. We said we would like to give an introduction about crystal and self-care. You know, a little bit similar, I guess, to what we said in the video.
Mhm.
Why are we naming it crystal, and what's the real nature of a woman? Why is it important to step into our power? Should I write this down somewhere on another?
It's recorded.
Okay, and then why is it necessary to create a healthy environment? I forgot why we wrote this there. And then Hilda wanted to shortly introduce the wheel of life, the 12 categories, and give a homework where they can do basically little check marks. Where am I in that category? In career, how am I doing in education? How am I doing in all the 12 categories that we have? That was planned for session 1.
What does session 1 mean? Is it an hour? Or
Session
a
1
week?
means one session is 1 day, and we talk about this in about 60 and 75 minutes. This is one session. So there's 4 weeks. We have 2 sessions each week.
Day 1, day 2.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's decide here on, I guess I will present the wheel of life in it, the categories that we are discussing here, and the work we have, that the samples we have. So we just need to change some categories in it. So this is now real work that I know. We pull up our old stuff, and Kira can adjust the different categories and make examples and so on, so that I take responsibility to talk about the wheel of life.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, then creating a healthy environment and introducing, I think, later we can be more clear of how we introduce it.
Do you need us to send you an updated title of the 12 categories that we have in this document?
Yes, please. And then with healthy environment, I feel like both of us have a lot of experience how we do it, and it's probably good that you and I can talk about how we present that.
Sorry, Hilda, where are you on?
Well, creating the healthy environment.
Also.
Yeah. We need to talk about how do we do it, so it doesn't just become a talking down, but you have, I think, you organize yourself maybe differently than I do.
Yeah, I wonder, even, do we want to talk about this there? It was so random. It feels so random right now to me. What do you think? Isn't it just nice to hear a session, an introduction of what is crystal within? I'm just thinking out loud now. What is crystal within? Why do we have a crystal, all of us inside, our true nature? What is it? How can we access that? And where is there some barriers? This is all an introduction.
Yeah.
Why is it important to do this? The 4 weeks, what we are going to learn in this 4 weeks, and then giving them and introducing the wheel of life so that they can go through a checklist to see how they're doing.
And then the healthy environment is basically having your inner circle of like-minded women, which is what Crystal Within is doing. So then you have to introduce that concept.
Okay. So first needs to be, the wheel of life needs to be after the introduction. But then maybe we wrote it there because it is so important that we create an environment for shifting in life, for personal growth. We create that environment. And that is, so what you were just saying, it's so interesting, Steve, that you picked that up. oh, I want other women. All I can think by healthy environment is get rid of all the junk and shit we have, you know, out, throw out. And I just created a healing womb. There was nothing in here, and I only allowed things that will contribute to my joy and simplicity and the purpose of, you know, how I have set up all the different things that I need to do.
Well, Diana will throw me out if that's what you're teaching her.
So maybe we could, because that takes so long, we could say on that day, so we introduced the 12 parts, and then we could say, because a healthy environment takes longer than you think, we wanted to just give ideas here. And we talk about relationship healthy environment, friends, outreach, support healthy environment. By relationship, kick out you don't need and want, not Steve. Then health, then things like your closets, your old clothes, your, you know, all these knickknacks, all the stuff that everybody has, just give it away and dust and get rid of it.
Wow, that's an energetic boost right there.
Yeah, that is. And then, so what is it? In relationships, we want to gain clarity, to clean up, then inviting that we increase support and good relationships. That's what we are doing here with the women. So focus on outreach and thinking what girlfriends you can invite. And the physical environment, I would say, and I would mention boundaries. I would mention that goes into relationships, you know, be clear about it. Boundaries, or we can also say we will speak on all these things and routine. So just drop words. Drop words, because each person will have a different reaction. Like I said earlier about beginning a relationship with children, restoring takes long. For the environment, if I go to that class and hear that word environment, I would think, okay, every week now I'm gonna empty one closet, because by the time the program starts in January, I already want to be the woman who can do all these other exercises because my house is clean.
Oh, you're talking about putting this also into the 12-week challenge.
Great.
Is that what you're saying?
I wasn't, but it's a great idea. Oh, I see. I'm mixing things myself. My brain.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So we need to put this into the 12-week challenge.
Yeah.
But then open up, after we talk about the wheel of life, then open up creating a healthy environment. What different categories would that have? Also, we can create a wheel just for that.
Oh, I like that.
So on that day, we are just giving ideas on environment.
So it's rather simple, right?
So
But since you and I, we both have already something established, we should just combine it, and then one person can present it, right?
Yeah, one can start out, and I think it's much better teaching when people switch off talking. Then you get the people back. They lose the focus when one person talks for a long time. And it's really good. So since I introduced the wheel, you can start out with the environment, and then we can ask women, and we can show our own stories. It will so naturally.
Yeah.
No problem at all. We have so much content. We have too little time for so much content.
We do.
Okay. So I think this is a great opening as the first session.
What do you think?
Yeah, great. What is crystal inside of us, and the idea of crystal self-care. Then moving into, in this program, you're going to go through this wheel of life, look at all the categories to create balance, blah, 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 overview, and then work on the environment.
First thing, know what you wanted to get rid of and what you want to invite in your life. That's basically that part.
Do you want me to do the introduction, Hilda?
Sure. Yeah.
I know you already have some slides. Maybe you want to, or we combine it also. I don't know.
I can give it to, yeah. Yeah, I have slides on it. That's true. So we can talk about that. Let's pull up all the slides, what we have so far on the crystal within. We have a few.
What we want to
But that's a good idea. So that we and then make a thing for the environment. Maybe even she presents it, I could say.
Hilda, could you also look to see if you have any pictures of yourself as a Girl Scout or anything with Girl Scout?
I do.
And then
write that down. John can send it to us. Pictures.
Thank you.
I even have it. I took a picture of the picture not so long ago and sent to my kids. And there's 3 friends with like a stick standing in our new uniform.
And when you also helped start it in your state.
Yeah, you mean in my country?
On your country.
In Austria. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next session, day 2, basically of the program.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about meditation and daily energy routine, and then talk about how our inner world affects our outer world, basically. Yeah, we can all change that. I just want to say that since the last months we have worked through so many documents, and maybe we feel now that we want to do things differently. I'm open for that.
Yeah. Okay. So meditation.
I like that. Steve said as a title could be how to make change happen. How do you like that?
Yeah, I like that. And then we said here, Diana, so I would say it's better energy when we go back and forth. So you're good in this, obviously, meditation, energy routine. And I don't know what, energy routine, good. And then I think it's more related to my, talking about that internal problems. I would know a lot of stories, how internal problems lead to physical problems. Anything from fighting to sickness to accidents, traumas.
So you want us to speak both on that day, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's a good idea to change the energy.
Well, do you have anything then that would fit under the topic of how to make change happen?
What I was just saying, it says here, talk about the inner problem. So first you need to name it.
Oh, yeah.
To discover and name it. And then be okay with it. And then I guess what we say here is when you don't resolve it, then you get physical problems, accidents, or things happen in your family. And it is good to live with this awareness, whatever shows up, that we can then correct it or try to find a solution. So that fits into this. How change happens.
How to make change happen.
I see. It's almost that it needs to be turned around, because first we need to accept that there's something that's not going well and that we need to become aware of. And I don't know, it doesn't matter how we teach. You start out.
I was, when we created this, what I had in mind is talking about how stress affects us, like our body, explaining a little bit the basic knowledge about the stress response, so that people understand it's not a concept, an idea, it's actually real and happening. Right. Taking away the mystery of, thinking something is wrong with me, I'm stupid, but understanding it's a normal physical reaction in your body, and it really does make you sick and creates all these problems where you cannot react and think properly anymore in an argument, and you make dumb decisions, things like that. So they feel a little bit, not so crazy, about where they're at in life. Understanding that this is something physical that's happening, and then bringing them a solution on working on the energy level, because of course the energy was wrong before the physical presented itself.
Yeah.
And then they can learn about meditation and daily energy.
Okay, that's great. That is very good. And I make comments anyway here and there, and the other people will. Women, there's all educated women on this who have a lot of, all these coaches who signed up for it, they have a lot of experience.
Can you say again, Hilda, what you wanted to add here, so I can add it in the comments to this topic?
Well, what I said was, you called it stress, and I said it is good to identify and name the issue that creates stress, so that we have an opportunity and a chance looking at it, accepting it, and transforming it. So.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, I have just a general statement to make. You have 3 critical steps that you are saying you teach Crystal within women. That if you do these 3 steps on a regular basis, it's your pathway to getting the results you're looking for. Self-awareness, acceptance, and sharing. And I'm wondering, if it could be divided into the weeks, all about acceptance, all about awareness, or if every single day that you teach,
all of that,
you make them go through these 3 steps.
So it's basically
ingraining in them that habit. These are the critical steps.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Which one do you like better, Hilda?
So what I like that. So what I was just saying is the self-awareness is identifying and naming it. In this case, for that topic, isn't it? That's what you're saying. And then accepting, I said, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then I was saying transformation, transforming it by, you on that day, you introduce meditation, and we said here sharing, acceptance.
What Steve was saying is that 2 options: either in every session we make sure we hit on these 3 points of self-awareness, acceptance, sharing, or we divide it into weeks. Which one do you like better? What resonates with you?
The first one, every single day, because we are teaching on a different topic.
Okay.
And I think that we have to go through it, but I think it would work. And the sharing is almost I think the title, the main word could be transformation. Sharing is a part of it. Sharing alone isn't. There's more in transformation than sharing. So self-awareness, acceptance, and what is the process of change, of transformation?
What would be the sharing part in here?
I have a headache like crazy. But,
What would be the sharing part? You don't really share, do you? And
that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying we need to change the 3rd word from sharing to transformation, because what happens here, the 3rd step in this is meditation. Is what you are showing us, that meditation and energy work is creating the transformation.
Okay. Transformation.
So I like the idea Steve just saw in this, that that this is a principle to teach. And that's good if we ingrain that in the women. Name things, that's self-awareness, accept, and then figure out how to transform.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the first session.
Yeah.
When we introduce ourselves and say what? And you could use that to say it is bringing self-awareness, acceptance, and transformation, our program.
Oh, absolutely. It's there. Self-awareness is there as we tell them, the true nature that they have, the crystal that they have inside. They're already gaining self-awareness about themselves. They're learning something. Accepting, hopefully they will accept what we're saying. They as you guide them also through the wheel of life, they also increase their self-awareness about where they're at in life. Accepting, giving them hope, setting them free with that. And then the transformation starts. The first point would be change your environment, create a healthy environment so you can make that change happen. So it would be also in the first session if we
everywhere.
Yeah.
Now we can make sure that we build the other sessions like this, so it's in there and everything. So that was a very great, like an aha moment, I think.
Yeah.
That we just had, which SAT. Oh, SAT.
Or SAS. Do we want to change our
In America, is SAT. Everybody has to take SATs to go through school. What is it? Standard?
SATs to go to college, standard testing,
Yeah.
Standard test.
So that will sound good in everybody's mind. Sound like, oh yeah, I remember that. SAT. Whatever you have,
What's the
SAT, self-awareness, accept and transform. Wow, I love it.
transformation? It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, okay, so the week 2, maybe we do that, and then I don't know if we can go through all. Inner child journaling. So the week 2.
What could be a great topic for that?
The inner child. Well, it is telling my story. It's a good title, telling my story. It's again, I get self-awareness in my story. I accept what happened, what my journey was, and all the things that I don't like, I can transform. Dang, we're good. I'm getting into this.
This is your passion, Hilda.
It is my passion. So telling my story. Every woman wants to tell her story. Every person wants to tell her story. Telling my story. So we go into inner child and tools for that. So that's probably my main preparation, and you add on to it. Is that good? Journaling.
Yeah, I could. I have so much journaling questions from Carol Tuttle on every area.
Oh, okay.
And so I feel we could use that. I can also send that to you, or I add that later. If I should also speak on that day, I could add something about journaling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
saying.
So we pull up the things we have on
telling my
gratitude chart. We have right.
I'd like to say this: telling my story.
We have
because every woman has to tell the story, and we can incorporate these 3 aspects: becoming self-aware about your own story, accepting your story, and she said transformation, which is actually good.
But transformation is like the result of something. You don't
exactly.
You don't make a step of transformation. You make a step of something.
You think about how can I transform this issue?
Yeah.
How can I transform the moment in my life? One is sharing, but that's not all of it. And all these tools go under that. The tools that we teach them are the steps towards transformation.
So transformation would be self-aware, acceptance, sharing. They're all transformation.
Yeah, that's all. It is transformation, but the actual step, then the self-awareness is the beginning. Using the tools is the end.
I thought the tools help you to become self-aware and to accept and to share.
Actually, yeah, because it's the 3 steps, right, that we do. I forgot about it. I thought it's the values, but it's the 3 steps.
The values there too.
It's the 3 steps, what they have to do to transform. Yeah.
Exactly.
Whereas the
I see.
It's like if I was to say, how do you make a sale every day in your business? You have to do these 3 things.
Okay, then the last thing needs to be action, because it's not always sharing. It is not always. It is meditation, is an action, but I'm not gonna share about my meditation necessarily.
So take an action. And okay.
So we remove that here.
So we make out of transformation, we make action. We're not calling it transformation.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah, like I said, I don't think.
SAA.
Now, what does that stand for, SAA?
Nothing yet.
Fortunately, not SSA.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, eh?
Yeah.
Same sex
We're
attraction.
just thinking about the acronyms. Sorry.
Well, it's not SOS for sure. Huh?
And the SAT would have been okay. Easier to say or remember. Because through the action, transformation happens. I still like that word transformation in it.
So step number 3 is transform. How? Transform.
Okay, let's go back to week number.
I see. We could call it transformation tools, transformation steps, you know, just whatever. I'm just saying I like it. You can do with it.
I like that. We like it too, Hilda.
So telling my story, so we prepare about the inner child, journaling and other stuff, and you also, because you say you have so much material.
Week 1.
And yeah. And the second session, I guess.
Hold on, we need to update Steve. He's asking what's the focus of week 2?
Well, we don't really have to update me, but if session 2 was there's a title or a theme, and session 3, or I guess week 2 has a theme, then what's the theme for the first day?
The first day is just an introduction and opening, getting the energy rolling.
So there should be a name for that, right? Becoming crystal women, or
no, balancing, finding balance, finding balance and routine would be the first week.
Finding balance and what?
Routine is what you do, or what is it? No, it's not meditation. It's just part of it. What is it saying there in
I don't know how to work your keyboard.
Sorry,
Everything is crazy.
I know.
Finding, okay, Mr. Winter. What, you always have good ideas for these suggestions.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my suggestion is to make it about the big picture, because
that's one main thing we need to resolve. My drive is still crazy, like crazy.
About making it a big picture.
It takes me 5 clicks to get into a document.
The wheel of life and environment and connecting with women. Like when.
No, you can speak.
Okay. Hilda, I think that the first day is about the big picture. You're talking about crystal within, what it means to have a crystal inside of you. You're talking about the environment. You're talking about connecting with like-minded women. All of that has to do with creating the life balance that you're looking for, but it's also having to do with becoming crystal within, or crystal women. So what it's like, what the life would be like to become crystal women.
I think a big picture is a great title. I have that as a title in my manual, the big picture, and then I wrote short versions of each chapter and a paragraph on each chapter.
Oh, the
big picture. Isn't that good?
I feel those are great words with plus other words.
Yeah.
Is it?
Crystal within, big picture. Big picture.
How about the journey of crystal within?
There we go.
Okay.
I like that. Good one, Humbug. That was a fantastic idea.
A great home run.
It's a great home run.
You guys are funny. The journey of crystal, of becoming a crystal within, or the journey of crystal within?
The journey of crystal women.
Christoph.
Oh, either time to hang up on us or take the pills.
Well, I think.
Yes.
Well, Kira has to go soon, but
Oh,
we already have enough for the. Yeah, we could talk about more on Friday, but maybe we do those 2 days. We finish that. So EFT and lofty questions. Let's just also find what we have on that and give it to Diana, because that's the second week. I would suggest that we finish with the 2 weeks with titles and be clear that we find our materials and send it to each other. We're deciding who is teaching what.
Okay.
And then the last 10 minutes we talk about, because I got all showered and made up to film today, and then there's nothing. So we need to be clear because sometimes I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
Let's make it. I don't know if we can decide this now.
I mean, I have a script for you to read right now if you want to.
Oh, but now I have a headache, and I know. I gotta go too. But on my calendar so far, there's not. On Friday we're meeting again, or Thursday.
Yeah.
She's
Friday.
Did you write that in the agenda?
Well, we talked about it last time that every time we meet, we could actually film.
Ash table. It says 11 o'clock either on Thursday or on Friday.
Well, you have to film because we need to say that I think either Thursday or Friday we have to release the first video.
So the thing we made last time, when are you gonna finish that so that Kira also can send it out?
Oh yeah, we wanted to look over this today.
The content, yeah.
Yeah.
What you say exactly?
We wrote an introduction, Hilde.
Ah, thank you.
12 weeks, and we wanted you to see it.
Oh yeah, I know. I looked at it, but I didn't detail it. So that's pretty. I'm so busy the next 2 days. There's no way I can.
So what should we do in the last 10 minutes now? What is urgent?
Looking over that to me, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What is this?
Well, we have enough to search on my. I hope I have all these things with me. I have the. Yeah, we'll look right after that. On purpose, I brought the external hard drive.
Oh yeah.
They should be right there in the box. Well, right there in the box in the shelf.
Hilde, you have all until next year to prepare and search for it. So there's time. There's no rush.
which year?
For the 4-week program.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
that's true, but
Yeah.
it would just.
You want to get it out of the way, I understand.
No, just to know where is all the stuff. I have material from 25 years.
Oh la la.
It is. Kira is partly here to sort out and throw out.
And
Okay.
throw up?
Throw out.
Throw out.
I hope not.
Throw out.
Oh,
And
sorry.
minimize and fix my computer. Everything is suddenly. I
Wow.
have to go to the store because, I mean, I had many computers since then, but I can't even open a document and just go normal in my computer hard drive. It's like downloading from, I mean, I don't know, it's coming somewhere from the cloud and I have to click 5 times to open one document.
Oh, welcome to Vegas.
All right, so here's the document. This little introduction to the 12 weeks.
Yeah, we're calling it
You have to make it bigger.
calling it a 12-week. We're calling it a 12-week kickoff.
I like that.
We don't have to have time for that. Huh?
But she has to see it and approve it, right?
Oh, I thought we were gonna read the words now.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is the 12-week kickoff challenge poster. With a picture, free access. The starting date is the 23rd, which is this Friday. But is to be looked at.
This one said, here the best.
Yeah, to be looked at later. And then this is another one for the Crystal Within live program, starting on January. So look at these cool fancy stuff you got here.
Wow.
4-week intensive. So that's kind of like the visual behind it. So now to get out of there and
Yeah.
kind of see where we are at.
Yeah.
So here we go. You want to read it?
All right, so this is an introduction to what's going to happen in the next 12 weeks. Dear friends, we have 2 exciting announcements, but first we want to thank you for allowing us and responding to our invitation for feedback on your #1 challenge you're currently facing in life. The courage of vulnerability some of you show is very moving. Your response is helping others with similar challenges to not feel alone, and it helps us to understand your needs better. So the first announcement, Crystal Within programs will officially begin this coming January 2023, starting with our flagship 4-week program called Crystal Within Live. More details about the program coming soon. What?
No, because there are like more details coming soon, always.
Yeah.
Next.
The second announcement, in preparation towards Crystal Within Live, we are offering you a 12-week kickoff challenge. We know how important it is for you to feel good about yourself, and being in control of your life and career is both a keys to creating happiness for yourself and bringing real meaning in your life. But as you know, life is not just about balancing our career and family. We have passions to pursue, relationship goals, spiritual practices, health and fitness goals, and so many other areas to look at. To truly feel in control over our life and achieve life balance, we need to take time and focus our attention to review the areas we haven't given proper care and set clear intentions. And that's what we'll do in our 12-week kickoff challenge. In the 12-week kickoff challenge, we'll touch on 12 life categories and prepare ourselves to start the new year strong with Crystal Within Life, so we can build a balanced life of joy and accomplishment together. And here's the challenge that I have for you and me now.
Okay, so hold on a second. I want to say, go to the top again, please. The first paragraph is too complicated, I think, because the first one is, want to thank you very much for your invitation for feedback on your the courage of one. I see. Okay. It's like all the different things. Announcement 1, announcement 2. Okay. And first we say thank you. Okay. Keep going.
In our last call, we were thinking, what are we going to present in the 12 weeks? Are we going through the 12 areas, the categories, or are we only focusing on the challenges that they're giving to us, that they wrote in the form that they filled out? And we agreed that we will focus on the challenges.
Right.
But now this is saying that we are focusing on 12 categories in our life. So there was just a communication issue between me and Steve. But then I was thinking, okay, how do we want to do it? Do we want to change it back to the 12 categories? Do we want to leave it with the challenges that they give to us? I'm open for both of them. I'm flexible.
Yeah, I think answering their direct questions is the best, because in that, as you know, what I did last time, for example, okay, we did only about, it was just a piece of parenting, you know?
Yeah.
And that's all we can do in this, and it will become so interesting to them. Otherwise it's stale, and then I do feel what Steve said, we are repeating, you know, we do something and then we just say more about it next time we're coming.
Okay.
If we show them that, that's my expression, that they throw questions at us and we can swim in the ocean far and wide.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Okay.
So then they trust us. We are creating trust by doing it.
Okay, so then this text needs to be changed and adjusted to that.
So here's how to.
Yeah, okay, so here how it works for the next 12 weeks, starting Friday, and from September till December, you'll get a video every Friday on a specific topic from the challenge that they address. A practice assignment, it can be in a PDF, it can be in an audio, it can be in a video format. They get it in the email to complete each week. The access to the videos and practice assignment will be sent via email. The assignments are for you alone and not to be turned in. And for questions and feedback during the 12 weeks, they can fill out a feedback form again.
That's great.
And so here's what to do next. If you're excited and you want to do it, it's completely free. Here's how to join. Register to join the challenge by clicking that button. To register, you will be automatically registered if you are on the waiting list. So they don't have to keep registering for things. They'll just get it. So that's something that helps you save time. Then invite someone, step 2, invite someone you feel would benefit from this challenge. This is the link that they can click to share the invitation to their friends. So I'll create an invitation. And then step 3 is to participate weekly to enjoy its benefits and let us know how you're doing. Click here to share the benefits or whatever, like a feedback form.
Question: this invite your friends, does it already go into the referring program?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Uh-huh.
That's the refer program.
We haven't talked about that. We didn't have time to talk about that. Okay, but okay.
Because it's a challenge that they want to do maybe first on their own, and then if they want to, they can share it with their friends. But it's a free challenge, so yeah. It's part of the goal is not only to get who we currently have engaged, but to spread the word.
Okay. We first of all, that text does need to be edited by somebody like Nancy or Pam or whatever, because it's quite a body of text.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this Friday, why don't we postpone it 1 week, because we are done so early in December.
Well, we have the video finished, but and it's just Monday. So by Friday, we should be able to get a text together on an email and put it together. We can definitely do that.
Oh yeah, today's only Monday. We can do it. I was just wondering.
Yeah, but you have to film this week for next week for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay with me.
Okay.
Thursday or Friday, I think would work.
Yeah.
Just not the next 2 days. Yeah. Okay.
What did I want to say? Okay, so you want Nancy or Pam to look over the documents. So by tomorrow, should we send it to them?
Well, Pam is always willing to, and she was already involved somehow. Yeah, I think Pam is the right person. Oh God, I hope she keeps it simple.
Yeah. I was wondering if we should split this email into 2.
Yeah.
Because they first need to be told about, hey, we have a program in January and it's called Crystal Within Live. And then they have to be told there's a challenge coming up until that moment. So that's why I put 2 of them together, because so they can finally get the news that we have a program starting in January. They were waiting for that, right?
Yeah.
And until then, there's another program to get them going, a challenge.
Yeah.
So
can you move up again and see? So you're saying this here would be divided where? Here?
Yeah, I was saying maybe we should focus on letting them know only that hey, thank you for everything you've done, and here's the program is coming in January. And then another email saying we have a challenge coming up.
No. Both at the same, because if you tell me now, okay, you whet my appetite, and now you're telling me we're coming in January. Ugh, I drop like this. But if you say, okay, that's coming in January, but hello, right now we have a kickoff party for 12 weeks, then I'm in.
Got it. I like it. It gave me proof that I'm good. Yeah,
kickoff party.
I got it. Oh.
Okay. And then so after this yellow, go down a little bit, in the 12-week kickoff challenge. So there could be, I mean, we could separate it there, have a tiny video from nothing, just pictures of us there, something. And then on Friday, I don't know, you want to send the whole thing at once? I mean, I don't mind. I feel.
Well.
So you're thinking of maybe sending just the introduction of Crystal Within Live starting in January, but now we have a kickoff. Maybe we send that out on Wednesday, and then on Friday comes.
Right, exactly. On Friday, then we come and say, hey, here it is, and they then read, what do I have to listen to this now, and what do I have to do? So I think here is how the challenge works, goes with the video.
Yes, yeah.
Wait, you want to directly give them day 1 or week 1 of the challenge with here's how it works?
No. Wait.
That's what you're saying, you know?
Yeah,
Because
I see. Uh-huh.
this is registering for the challenge. So
I-
either Diana can film it here,
I can film them.
an introduction to the
Yeah.
challenge,
Yeah.
and that will be in the email. So there's less words in the email, but a video.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. That sounds good. You videotape.
But
that.
are we gonna do 2 emails now? One on Wednesday saying Chris Within Life is coming next year, and we start a kickoff. Register now, and then Friday we're gonna send out the first topic.
Yep.
Okay.
My question is also that, I mean, the kickoff, the whole crystal, what was it called? The challenge is not going to go only to the list for people who registered. I mean, we constantly keep sending this out to everybody, right? Until people click and have an appetite for this.
Yeah, we will constantly send them that the challenge is going on week 1. Here's what we talked about. Are you sure you don't want to miss out on this? Click to register and get going like that, you know.
But I'm saying that whatever we do goes out every week anyway to the hundreds of
Same
people.
question I had to you, and you have to like show me the graph. Get that paper there.
You want to send them the invitation to
Because I don't want to limit. I'm not limiting anything. I send out the whole stuff that you sent me. We send this out constantly to the 400 or 600 people, whatever, constantly, because people are first a little, they see an email and then, oh, it's too overloaded. I'm tired today. Click, delete. Next time coming. And then it comes the 4th time. Then finally I say, oh, damn it. I'm going to open this up and see who this is. What is this? And then I see this. And then I realize, wow, they do all this preparation. I could go on their website and catch up with them, see 4 videos at the same time, catch up. And in January I can join.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you, but are you describing the email to be like week 1's video and lesson, and then week 2's video and lesson that you're sending to them, or are you talking about sending them the same invitation to join the challenge?
She has the same question.
Which one?
I had
Hold on.
you.
The first one, what you said, this is the video from week 1.
Week 1. You want to send that to them?
So everything we create, everything new we are creating, I'm sending out to everybody if they signed up on that list or not. Because people have late responses and they operate in different ways. So by December, we will have a big list because of sending it out more often to different people.
I mean, that was my opinion also, right?
I was telling Diana that I would send them an email every time, but not the result of week 1 and week 2, like the challenge. I would still give them an introduction, and then say, you can always click here to register for the challenge and go into the challenge.
Yeah, but people, when I have something and then I have to go one more step further, then I give up. But if I see a picture and I click on my email, I click, get a minute and say, oh, that is interesting, I stick with it. But if I have to go here and then there and then maybe one more and search for it, no, thank you.
I see.
I get 100 emails with the same stuff in all trauma release and generational healing. Believe me.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
then. We'll take Hilda's proven method to catching the attention.
Where were we here?
I think
You're gonna film that, what's necessary to do next, and then they have the links underneath. You say it, but then they have the minimal, whatever. They have just so they get that in at the end of the first announcement. You're doing a little thing. What's next? What to do? Explain.
So after I tell them that hey, thank you for doing this. Announcement number 1, announcement number 2, but we have this amazing challenge, and then there'll be a video.
Yeah, and you say what the steps are, and underneath they have the text for those who can't remember. So that's great. Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow we can film, Steve and I, and then we send the rest of the text to Pam. right?
Yeah.
And she can correct it, and on Wednesday we want to
Yeah.
send that out.
Yeah, great. That's very good. Speedy. Wow, we're
We
working.
have to.
Yeah, it's really quite a blessing with this time of making a 12-week challenge and everything.
Oh my gosh, it's great that this happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry you got all dressed up and we didn't film anything.
Oh no, I was just thinking how good it feels to, when I see myself for 2 hours, I want to look good.
Hilda, the Girl Scouts started with just, I think it was like 12 or 18 girls. You know, this woman had an idea and she just started it in Savannah and with these girls, right? And then they just became, it's a huge hit. And like you're saying, I really want to use that story into the webinar because people need to see that, the comparison between what happens after 12th grade. Like the women can continue for the rest of their life, but they're only
Absolutely. I mean, at 18, you become a leader of another group of educates. If you want to, you mentor others. That's what my mother arranged. I was only 12 years old, and so I couldn't lead a group. And she knew somebody in another close by town, and she said if she would come every week to teach us, and she did, you know, driving half an hour one way or something. She did. So she was 18 plus by then. And then I tell you, even today, my husband says, well, why do you put the laundry of our renters from the washer in the dryer? And honestly, I say, because today, this is my good deed. Every day I look for one thing a Girl Scout does. It's our rule. I promised it when I was 12 years old, that every day I will do something for mankind, a positive thing for another person. And I have no resentment that my renter doesn't come down from the 3rd floor to switch. I happily switch the wet laundry to the dryer, turn it on, and it gives me these positive vibrations that I served another human being.
I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, I think that something similar to what you just said should be one of your 3 steps here, right? Every day I do one thing, take one action step that will bring me towards my goal. I don't know.
That is also, okay, so I want to fill in here. This is also what Marissa Peer teaches. Have I sent you the chapter on self-care?
No.
Okay, I will do that too. In there are the 8 sentences from Marissa Peer, and one is, you know, do the thing that is most uncomfortable for you first on the day. And do one thing every day towards your goal. Then someday, then you start believing, well, someday I will reach it. I am making a step every day.
Yeah.
So I send you Marissa Peer's words, sentences, and the self-care chapter.
I'm inspired, like you were sharing about this Girl Scouts and how you want to make it like a Girl Scouts, but for older adult women, you know, and
and I mean the thing is that it would exist worldwide. I mean, I want to do all this. I want to do the bin on their clothes. That you know, that's how we recognized a Boy Scout, Girl Scout. We all had something on our.
Exactly.
You walk on at the airport and you know this is a Girl Scout.
Exactly.
And I want to have bed sheets, and I mean, we could make this so big.
Yeah, we will make it 100%.
Yeah,
and let out all your fashion skills on designing.
Exactly. My daughter can design all that stuff. That's what she does for somebody else. Baby clothes. She makes flyers. And
I love it.
And the textile, you know, we can have bags in all colors. We can have, I mean, all this stuff could be created. I get the goosebumps thinking of it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be also, not that I'm a fan or a fanatic in anything like this, but it would inspire true mother, if we would come up with this already, you know, here they are, they're doing this program, Crystal Within and Crystal Women, and they have bags to sell and this and that. I mean, she would just be delighted that finally somebody takes
action.
that department,
Yeah.
freaking transformation.
That's why it's so important to get down the fundamentals of what are the things that
Yeah.
you believe in, and what are the action steps, what do you do every day, what are the values that we're trying to create, and how is it going to make the world a better place, just like the Girl Scouts believe in, you know.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
So when are we gonna find a person who can find out how to make these, the hairband, or like they have these rubber rings that people have for years now. I don't know what is on those and what it means.
Well, why don't you make like a woman's hat, like a fashion hat instead, like a more mature version of all that? A fashion hat, and instead of a pin, maybe like a nice scarf with a
Scarf is good.
embroidery on it.
Yeah, but all that is good, but we have to have both, because some women are very, they go somewhere, they don't want to have a scarf on that day, but they wear a pin, and then other things. Yeah,
I like it.
ring, and we could have a ring.
I mean, I think it starts with both of you. You both have to have these clothes made, and you need to wear them as you're
true.
filming.
Oh my God, we need everything ready for January, Hilda, for ourselves to wear it as we are talking.
All right, get your daughter on board. Let's make some. We need some prototypes. Prototype fashion clothes.
Get Shohel on board.
Nice shirts, like nice design line.
Yeah.
Color, texture, and jewelry.
And the wall arts on your wall for your filming.
And jewelry can be just the colors, our purple color that it's presenting. It's in different shapes. Everything.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, thanks for the call.
And waves. Okay.
Thank you, Hilda, for your call.
Yeah. We see each other on Thursday or Friday. Friday, we said. But
Friday, yeah.
I can stay in. Please keep sending things. Now Kira will look at my email. And I will tell you if anything else comes up, because I am getting a PET scan tomorrow. So that changed my whole diagnosis. Did you hear that part?
No.
Oh, bad news. Friday, the doctor called back and said, "Oh, I looked at your MRI finally, and there's a mass of growth from the breast towards the chest bone, and it's unidentified. So they're sending me to a PET scan tomorrow at 3:00 in the afternoon here. So by Thursday, I might have the findings and the report on that. And so they now wonder if I have somewhere else cancer cells. But, I try. I was, for half a day, I was down and whatever. And then I pushed through this again and said, so what's the difference? Well, I have to drink more of this or do more of that. And I'm not going to go for chemotherapy.
Oh, please. Yeah.
That destroys my immune system and everything else. I would be constantly wondering if this is the night where I have the heart attack, like it happened to another coach, a sister in Alabama. She had all these things, then finally chemo. And one night she just didn't wake up anymore. And in the morning on my phone, her phone, hey, whatever, this is her husband. And Doris had a heart attack. I wouldn't want to live with that.
Yeah.
I want quality of life or go, as a whatever.
Yeah.
Put myself on the altar and go. Okay. We'll see.
We're believing with you.
Yeah. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.